Some places are harder to leave than others. NewTown is one of those places. We had enjoyed 2 weeks of perfection, surrounded by nature, beauty, peace and tranquility. How do you move forward from a place like that? Nature is all around you, all the time. On board, on land, and on the water. But move forward we have to. So we packed the boat and got ready for a passage west, but not before witnessing one last spectacular sunset. So my resident Poole, one word to describe NewTown, either in Polish or English.
I'll miss it. It's so gorgeous.
Hang on, you missed the whole point there. I said quite clearly, one word to describe NewTown, either...
Wonderful!
Okay.
It's a paradise!
And what, in Polish?
Niebo na ziemi.
What does that mean?
Heaven on earth.
Oh, okay, can we be enthusiastic about that?
Niebo na ziemi!
Today's Polish lesson. Yeah, that's good. Better than you calling me a prick. Yep, it's that choices part again. Let's keep this simple. I've made some good choices and I've had some absolute howlers. But I'm only human. But what I can say is at this point, this is the best choice I have ever made in my life. We're done in here, right? All we've got to do is fold the tent down and then that goes in there.
Are you doing this now?
No, I think we'll do it. We'll do it in a bit. Have a look at the passage berth. I get quite excited about stuff like that.
Chill out.
Nice little passage berth in there. Lee cloth in place, lovely. Well, goodbye NewTown. What a treat, eh? It's a bit nervy going out of there, isn't it? I mean, we had plenty of water under the keel, but I do find that a bit sketchy, you know? So when that forward pole lines up with the back pole on the shore, we can keep them in line and go straight out to the cardinal marker, and then we'll be free and clear.
So they are just lined up now.
Nice and calm out in the Solent at the moment. Forecast is for 4 to 5, but that is not with us at the moment. But the tide is, so we will drift away. There we are, this is the first mark on the course, Hampstead Ledge. Well, the start of passages don't get much calmer than this, that is for sure. Hopefully our forecasted 3 to 4 will come on in, but it is from the east or northeast, so we're quite sort of sheltered from the land here. With a bit of luck, once we poke our noses out of the Needles Channel and a little bit more offshore, we might find that it fills in a little bit. But, as indeed was the case last time we were out here, the Solent is pretty empty. We have got it all to ourselves. Leamington on starboard. There's northeast sconce and north cardinal on the way out of the Solent, and really our entrance now is into the Needles Channel. Well, there's northeast shingles, east cardinal, marking the sandbanks to the side of the channel. And looking at the disturbed water, it's not far away.
We are currently on the way into Poole Harbour. Our plan with the overnight passage to get to Hereford River didn't work out. Despite the weather forecast giving us nice easterly winds, we have no wind. We could have motored on, but this is a sailing boat and we intend to sail, so we decided to have a stop over here. Both of us hope we are not going to get quarantined in Poole Harbour, and we just proceed on when the weather is in favour.
This is a pretty good stop here. Really, we wanted to come here, but it was only the coronavirus and potential quarantine in harbours that stopped us doing it. But the universe has made its mind up for us. The wind isn't blowing, so we are going to go in and put the anchor down. Well, it's a beautiful spot in here. It's another beautiful spot, and it's funny, isn't it? Because we were planning on coming here, and yet we decided against it because of the authorities, and yet because the wind didn't show itself as forecast, we had the option of motoring all the way for 24 hours, which sounds horrible, or coming in here. So we will either be happy or sad about this decision, but I'm going to be optimistic and say hopefully this has happened for the best, and we'll have a cracking time in this cracking little harbour.
Be optimistic.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Fabulous.
Well, we've now dropped the anchor in Poole Harbour. I have to say, even though it's not part of the plan, it's quite nice to be here, isn't it? Do you think, Asha?
Yeah, it's quite nice here.
It's a very pleasant little place to be. And the police did come alongside us when we were coming in the entrance and asked us what we're up to. Again, they were pleasant, and we said what our intention had been to go to Falmouth and that we were liveaboard cruisers. They said that that was fine, and we told them we were going to anchor on the northeast side of Brownsea Island, and they did say to us, well, we might see you around there. And we've put the anchor down now, and they have been passed, but they went that way, so maybe they're happy and they're going to leave us to it, or maybe they're going to come back over and talk to us in a bit. No, I don't know, but they were not hostile, were they?
No, quite friendly. The
No?
guy that was talking to us was okay.
Yeah, the guy was fine talking to us, but coming in here there are a few people out and about on the boats and a couple of people in kayaks fishing, so I'd like to say that this is being policed sort of sensibly in here perhaps, and that, you know, being on the water is good for people's mental wellness, and maybe that is the stance being taken. But I'm going to write the log for our passage to here. Yes, we were meant to be at sea and on the way to Falmouth, but everything happens for a reason, so maybe this will be a nice few days in the harbour. And I have to say, I feel quite good to be at anchor again. I like being at anchor, it's good. Ultimate freedom.
Poole Harbour was just meant to be. Here we are, going ashore. Or, you wanna know what? The shy pea.
You look very happy about that.
I am very happy about
See, it's the
that.
only thing that makes you happy, isn't it? Alcohol.
No.
I've tried. The universe has delivered a very, very pleasant spot.
Happy days.
Happy days indeed. We've got a few flies here. Have you noticed this?
I have.
Is that because we haven't
drowned in the
Is that because we haven't had a shower?
No, they are attracted to wine.
Okay. Well,
I had a shower yesterday.
I'm sure you can.
Not an entire shower, but they washed my hair and it was all over.
We've done full 16 days without a mainstream shop. So not that we're complaining, because we've had a great time, haven't we, with that small shop in Southfleet. But we can go and get what we want for breakfast. I think we should drink another bottle of wine tonight, because we can buy another bottle of wine tomorrow.
It's totally making sense now.
Come on, go in.
you?
I'm very well, thank you, even though some very strange ginger creature just came out of Poole Harbour.
Don't worry, you're safe.
So it's a nice little spot here, isn't it? We found by accident. We've been on a very, very long mission, a 3-mile walk to find a spark plug for the outboard and 2-stroke oil for the other outboard. And on the way, we stumbled across this lookout point. Yeah, over Poole Harbour, which is beautiful. So quick coffee, sausage and egg roll, and then we're going to walk in the rough direction of Altor over there. Well, we've had a very pleasant time in Poole Harbour. This will be our 6th night, which isn't bad for an unscheduled stop. The weather has been very kind to us, although not kind from the wind perspective. It's been very variable, really all over the place, so we haven't been able to do anything or really even consider moving. But I think we might have a weather window approaching, could be happening tomorrow, and if so, we need to grab hold of it, because after the next couple of days there seems to be some pretty stiff westerlies setting in. So I think if we don't leave tomorrow, then we probably will be here for maybe another week. So all we've got to do is get out of Poole Harbour. We haven't got to go far before we can pick up the original course from the Isle of Wight through to Falmouth. Although our plan won't actually be to go all the way to Falmouth, because I don't think the weather window is going to be that long or that kind. This is the channel, so our plan will be to leave tomorrow morning at 5 AM. We will proceed out of the channel, and what's nice is it will be fairly clear to the east, so we should be able to see the sunrise if the weather permits, but there's also a forecast for some rain, so we might just have the cloud. But we'll come along here, we'll stand a little bit off this headland because we've got some lines on the chart indicating overfalls, and wherever you've got headland and quite a big tide, you're always going to get some disturbed water. Nice to steer well clear of that if you can. So we will be making our way down to here, which is waypoint number 1, south of Anvil Point, and that is what we were going to pick up in order to head west to Falmouth. And just to make it easier, we'll look on the larger scale chart, which is here, and once again, here we are, here's Poole, so we shall be coming down here, away from the overfalls to waypoint number 1. And then we will proceed in this direction, slightly sort of south of west, and we will make a decision when we're sort of somewhere here as to whether or not we think the wind is kind enough to allow us to carry on, or whether we'll be ducking into Portland Harbour, not Weymouth, because it's been very clearly pointed out to us that we will have trouble with the authorities there, and certainly the harbour master at the least. So we may well divert into Portland Harbour. If the easterly that's forecast is going very nicely, we will make it to waypoint number 2, and there we will just proceed in a westwards direction across Lyme Bay, and we will pick up an anchorage in this area here off Berry Head towards Brixham. There's another anchorage up here which I've got on a larger chart. And once we're there, we might still have a bit of easterly wind, so we might have a little bit of discomfort in the anchorage, but soon after tomorrow the wind is due to go a lot more west, so therefore these areas will be quite nicely sheltered. So there is our pretty loose passage plan for either Portland or Devon. It has to be fairly loose because the forecast keeps changing, the weather can't make up its mind, so we are going to have to wing this a little bit and see how we get on. Next time on Adventure Now. We are going to land. You can come with us. You just stay here. We're going to land, so you can stay.
Big bald bird from Poland.
Yeah. We take a look below the water. From way up high. And behind bars. Thank you as always for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more. Altor out. Some food. You're going to sample a nice bit of sausage.
I will. I really like the sausage.